Hello everybody and welcome back to Air Food. Things are hotting up in more ways than one as we head into the final stretch of this 2018 Rallye du Maroc. It's time for a final dance in the dunes as we gear up for stage 4. Well, Toby Price and the rest of the bikes are back here in the bivouac in Air Food today. But last night it was a bit of a different situation as they went to the marathon bivouac. No assistance, of course, but a chance to catch up between riders and also to spend a night under the desert stars.
This is good.
We're halfway through the rally between two stages, which are pretty similar to what we've seen over the first few days. Lots of navigation, similar notes and changes in direction. We have to be very focused on the roadbook, but we can also enjoy the race.
In the end, it's nice to be here with all the people, and I have no issues on the bike, so it's not a big drama, but would be nice if the car guys would also visit us here and not just the motorbikes.
It's always good to slow down a little bit. You know, the first 3 days we were going full gas in the hard piste and with many dangers. So yeah, if we can ride the dunes, I think it's good. You know, it was a little bit slower, more navigating, so I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, it was difficult, really difficult. Was hot and really technical riding in and out of the dunes and many broken tracks after the rain. So it was really physically demanding, obviously with the temperature. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, we're here, we're safe, and tomorrow's another day.
We just did an airfield when we first come in, and just check all the spokes and check the bike, make sure there's no oil leaks and no issues. I had no crashes today, so yeah, that's a good thing for a marathon stage, because yeah, if you get here with bent handlebars or bent levers, unfortunately you have to start the next day with the same equipment.
Well, usually you'd try to save the tyres, but I actually opted for harder marathon tyres. You lose a bit of performance, but you don't have to think about it so much. You can still ride pretty quickly. So the tyre should be fine for the two stages. When you go for a softer tyre, it's risky. You have to save a bit more. I've planned a swap with another rider, so I hope he arrives. But yeah, no problems. It'll be fine for him and fine for me too. There's still enough grip, so I'll be able to enjoy myself. Well, for this third and final loop around Air Food, the bike squads and SSVs will head down the route taken by the cars yesterday and vice versa. Just under 300k to cover from the marathon bivouac, a shade more for the cars and truck. So the bike's heading out for a final day in the dunes around Mazuga. Disaster for Yamaha's Franco Caimi as he crashed just 5k from the finish line. The Argentine taken to hospital with a suspected fractured femur. Absolutely no stopping Toby Price today. He rocketed to the stage victory by 7 minutes. The Aussie coming in well clear of Pablo Quintanilla, who's been battling illness this week. The Chilean gritting his teeth as he looks to hold on to his World Championship lead. Sam Sunderland motoring along very nicely after his stage win yesterday. The KTM man has no chance of victory after his stage 2 woes, but his pace is looking good, especially after he broke his foot in Chile. Nacho Cornejo is set to finish as the rally's top junior rider, while Honda teammate Ricky Brabeck is 3rd overall. Meanwhile, KTM's Matthias Walkner still has a chance of defending his crown here in Morocco. Price's win today means he's now virtually ahead of Quintanilla in the World Championship standings, but it's very tight at the top. Paulo Gonçalves up to 5th overall, but Yamaha riders Xavier de Saultre and Adrian van Beveren could recover lost time after stopping to help Kaimi. Now things are hotting up very nicely in the SSV category, where Russia's Sergei Karyakin has a 2 minute and 14-second advantage over Austin Jones of the United States. Let's find out what happened on stage 4. On to the SSVs, with Austin Jones looking to close the gap on the overall leader Sergei Karyakin. Unfortunately, the American crashed out of the rally. Karyakin taking a full advantage to extend his overall lead. The Russian was 2nd on the stage. Victory went to this man, Gerard Fares, the Spaniard navigating the tricky dunes to come in around 1.5 minutes clear of Karyakin. Stefan Peter Hansel also running into trouble. The Frenchman out of the running overall after being held up by a broken shock absorber. So Fares winning ahead of Karyakin, with Ahmed Akulwari of Qatar a distant 3rd. Portuguese pair Felipe Ramos and Luis Moraes making up the top 5. It looks like a 2-horse race for the overall victory. Karyakin leads Fares by 12 minutes 33. Well, to the cars, and things haven't really been going Carlos Sainz's way here in Morocco. After being slapped with a 50-hour penalty on stage 2, the reigning Dakar champion was given 70 hours on stage 3 after more mechanical issues. The Spaniard is nevertheless pleased with the pace of his mini buggy.
We have again a problem with the gearbox, and also inflate-deflate system give us some trouble, but if not in pure speed, I was happy. We were coming fast.
Well, it was a busy evening for the mini mechanics, but they managed to get Carlos Sainz's car back out on the road today. Let's find out what happened on stage 4 in the cars. Well, thanks to his mini mechanics, Sainz was able to get back out again today. Elsewhere, another testing outing for Bernhard ten Brinker. The Dutchman's Toyota ended up on its side 18k from the finish line, and he lost nearly an hour. A clean drive though from Martin Prokop to stay 4th overall. Nasser Al-Attiyah, the master of the dunes, catching up to Jakub Przonski, and the pole couldn't match the Qatari's pace over the sand. Overall leader Al-Attiyah 2nd on the day, with World Cup champion Przonski in 3rd. As for the stage victory, that went to this man, Mini's Cyril Desprez. The Frenchman coming in over 5 minutes clear of Al-Attiyah, with Yassir Seyadan in the top 5 once again. The top 4 on the stage are also the top 4 overall in a slightly different order. Ronan Chabot, meanwhile, moves up to 5th overall. So we're here in the mini garage with Jakub Przonski, and it's the first time we've had a chance to catch up with you, Kuba, since we found out that you've become the World Cup champion for this year. How does that feel?
Yeah, we are so happy. It was really a long season for us. All the races we were on the podium, and this is really good. 4 races we won, and we start from the snow in Russia, and we finish here in Maroc on the desert. This is nice because during this season we were on each kind of terrain, and it was so good cooperation with Tom because we were driving all year together, and we have really good rhythm.
Well, of course, you came 2nd last year behind Nasser Al-Attiyah, and you've gone now 1 better this year. Do you think you can still catch him tomorrow for this final stage to get a 5th win?
Of course, in Maroc, everything can happen in the last day, but for sure Nasser is in really good rhythm. We'll try to push tomorrow. We'll see what will happen, but this race is different than the old ones. It's more tough, more hard navigation, and the terrain is different.
And I just saw you when you were coming in there, I saw you folding away your Poland flag. Is that something that you have in the car with you all the time when you're racing?
Yeah, we have Polish flag, and we are so happy that no, I'm from Poland, Tom is from Belgium, but he's half Polish because his wife is from Poland, and then we are really close together.
Well, it's brilliant, and of course it's great preparation then going forward, looking ahead to the Dakar next year.
Yeah, we are now in really good rhythm, good speed, and good cooperation to go together in the car, and we are prepared for the Dakar.
So I have a riddle for you. How many trucks does it take to win the 2018 Rallye du Maroc? Pretty incredible situation that we have here with Martin Maciek, who is the only truck driver who has come along for the rally this year.
Well, I didn't expect it, actually, and when we went to the Morocco, we thought there would be like 4 trucks, then it was 3 at the administratives, I think, then it was 2, and now finally we are only 1. So maybe we'll be the last, maybe we'll win it, but yeah, for sure we are the only one.
And how? I mean, what is that like? Obviously, rallying is a competitive sport. So what's it like when you find yourself just on your own in the desert?
Pretty funny, to be honest, but we are fighting with the cars. So at the moment, like, we are around 14 or 15 places between all cars, all Dakar cars, which is really interesting. And for us, you know, you can compare the times and everything. And to be honest, this is really just training for Dakar, so we are really looking forward to the Dakar. So now we're trying to find mistakes on track and mistakes in the crew. We have new mechanic inside and all this stuff. So yeah, pretty much training. But as I told you, we are trying to fight with the cars, and it's really, really interesting now.
And maybe you can make a bit of extra pocket money, you were telling me the other day, pulling people out of the dunes?
Yeah, well, I got one business plan, you know, and it's like that I will go to every buggy and every car and I will tell them, give me 1,000 euro and I will pull you off from any dune you want to. But, you know, it's like I'm here to race, not to make a fast assistance, but yeah, it would be great business, I think.
Well, it's good to see that you've got the entrepreneurial spin. But as you say, this is all about preparing for the Dakar and then being ready for that race when it comes, because obviously you've been getting better and better there as well.
Well, I'm trying to. I was really looking forward to the dunes today, and they were pretty great, but only like 30, maybe 50 kilometers. I hope tomorrow will be more. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm pretty, you know, it's really good now. The weather is good, the dunes are good, all the roads, but really, really lots of rocks. So it's really heavy and really bumpy. But yeah, the truck is okay. So that's pretty much it.
The 5th and final stage of this 2018 Rallye du Maroc sees the riders and drivers head back north with just under 200 kilometres of timed section on the menu. Well, we've come to the end of another day at the 2018 Rallye du Maroc, but as you've seen, absolutely nothing has been settled yet. Thanks very much for tuning in, and join us again for tomorrow's 5th and final stage.
You got it to my sister.